Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another T.T.S reviews. My name is Shawny Floyd, and today I'll be reviewing Hyper Universe. Hyper Universe is a mobile game developed by CWaveSoft Inc. and was released on Steam on January 17, 2018. At the time of the review, it was free on Steam, but you could purchase founders packs with different characters and loot boxes, of course. Now, a little background about myself. I'm absolutely garbage at playing mobile games. Games like League of Legends and Smite give me headaches, and I end up rage quitting shortly after. Constantly getting demolished and destroyed and having people scream at you on the microphone. It's not really that fun. But I keep coming back to them because they're usually free and relatively easy to get addicted to. Hyper Universe is no different. Hyper Universe states that it's an action-packed, combat team-based strategic game that instead of being top-down like LOL, League of Legends, it's a side-scroller shoot 'em up, and I totally dig it. Now, to be completely honest, I have no clue what the story of this game is about. There's somewhat of a story mode, but it entails you playing a character in a match and getting a quick cutscene where they're talking with the AI about some dialogue with the character trying to figure out why they're in the Hyper Universe. Pretty sure there's more to it, but I just haven't got to it yet. But you can go to each individual character screen and read the backstories in each character, but really, who has the time for that? If I honestly wanted to read something and, just read pages and pages upon, text, I'll just go to Reddit and go trash Destiny 2 like everyone else. But for a free game, I really didn't expect much, cutscenes and stuff like that. They got paid for it somehow. The graphics of the game are pretty legit though. I love the side-scrolling aspect of the game, along with the 3D graphics that come with it. I know there's been some controversy on the Steam page and the Hyper Universe subreddit about censorship of the game, but it's mainly talking about the jiggle physics. I guess when this game came out in Korea, I want to say last year sometime, I guess the female proportions were a lot larger, and they decided that in order to sell this game in the United States to get people to actually play it, they had to tame it down a little bit. So they, covered them up a little bit, but it's not too much. I mean, you can pretty much still tell. I mean, honestly, I didn't know this game was censored until I heard people, complaining about it. But, I mean, if you're able to look past that like myself, you see this game does look amazing. Compared to Smite, which looks pretty super bland to me, and League of Legends, which looks way too crowded for my taste, Hyper Universe has a pretty decent blend of on-screen activity, and the colors aren't way too bright. With League of Legends, I mean, there's so much going on the battlefield. I mean, I guess if you've been playing it for a long time, you're kind of used to that, but for me, as an onlooker, it just throws me off completely. Now, the characters look like your typical characters from different manga series and aren't too over the top. There was a guy that looks like Bruce Lee, which I thought was hilarious, and then your normal, just regular anime characters. Some of the females do have those comic proportions that you expect from a manga-inspired game, but it's not too crazy. It's just, I mean, it just looks like a fan took a bunch of, comic book characters and put them in a video game. So it's not too bad to me. The gameplay is pretty simple to pick up, but it does take time to master. I honestly recommend, if you're not used to playing MOBAs on a keyboard and mouse and have the ability to attach a controller to your PC, do it. I instantly became more effective when I started using my controller than I was on a keyboard and mouse. And I know everybody's always talking about oh, keyboard and mouse, you gotta do it. Nah, bro. If you gotta use a controller, use a controller. They can't tell you to use a controller anyway. I mean, so what? Just do it. Like with other MOBAs, you can pick your class, which can be a tank, bruiser, a specialist, striker, support, and an assassin, and team up with 3 other players to take out the towers of the opposing team. The modes that I saw so far were, regular quick matches where it's like you and 3 other players versus 4 other players. Human versus AI, which is you and 3 other players versus the AI. A couple training sessions and stuff like that, and there's a ranked mode. Don't know anything about the ranked mode because I haven't leveled up enough characters for that yet, but it is what it is. Essentially, it's last one standing wins. I mean, you take out the towers, you win. There are several different lanes you could take with different bosses attached to them. I think one was like a forest map, and there was like a dragon at the top, so once you defeat them, you can gather more coins and other pieces need to unlock more skins and weapons upgrades. But if you're like me and just want to take out minions and towers, that's okay as well, you just do that. During my time playing, I mainly played as a support, which was trying to help out my team, because I knew I wasn't that good at the game. So I want to help out any way I can, and I don't mind being a support player. And I'm all about end results, so regardless if I'm just healing people, I'm just trying to help out the team. After playing with the same character after a while, you start to pick up what their different powers equate to and how to use them. When I was playing as Celine, who's a striker, I quickly realized that I could stand away from the action and just fire arrows the entire time and constantly push back waves of enemies and allow my damage dealing teammates just to wail in the towers. Strategy starts to unfold once you learn what each class can do, and also, if you're like me and you tend not to play with, a headset and a mic, you know, you could just kind of read your partner's like body language, how they're playing, and you can kind of figure out what they want you to do. I mean, I know it's kind of jacked up not wearing a headset and stuff like that, but I'm doing all this stuff at the same time playing the game. Now, when you complete a match, you can potentially collect cubes or hypercubes, which are this game's version of loot boxes, and unlock more skins and weapons pieces. To get more characters, you can either spend real world cash or just use in-game currency and lock them down the line. Since I'm not that invested in this game, I'll probably just get new ones as I go. I don't feel like there's any rush to have all the hypers at once. I mean, there's so many different classes and so many different characters. I'm pretty sure I can play with a certain character for a while, you know, get the items with that character, build that character all the way up, and actually master that character before I move on to a different one. Each one of the hypers has like a difficulty level with them. So I mean, it would make no sense for me personally, a person that's not used to MOBAs, to just go out and buy all the, you know, the level 5 characters when I barely can even control level 1s. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there who are idiot savants who can actually just pick up the game and just roll with it. But it's gonna take me a little bit longer time, so I'm not that invested into it. So I just get them when I get them. Replay wise, I mean, since the game is free, I'll be able to learn the basics and I was able to learn the basics pretty easy. I'll probably keep this game in my rotation. I've been waiting to get into some type of MOBA game that didn't have like a 45-minute match time and didn't have that top-down view style, and this completely fits the bill. Like I said earlier, I haven't tried to go up in rank, but if I do decide to keep with this game, I'll definitely see how far I can go. I'm wondering if they built this game for like the esports scene. I mean, they got that Overwatch League thing going on, and this has a pretty self-explanatory, you know, feel to it. And I mean, League of Legends is so big, so is man, I can't even remember the other one, but there's a whole bunch of other ones that are just super big and they bring such big crowds. So I'm pretty sure every company is trying to figure out how to get their foot in that, you know, get some money out of there. But overall, I mean, being this my first time playing a game from the studio, I was pretty happy with the game. I heard that the publisher Nexon, a lot of people don't like them. I guess they don't really, you know, publish their games or promote them very well. So I mean, with it being free, I picked it up and I couldn't really find anything to complain about. So I'm hoping that other people are just like me. They see the game on Steam, or they hear about people talking about it on Reddit, and they're just like, hey, let me just try it. I mean, you don't lose any money on it, so why not try it? I honestly think I found a MOBA that I'll stick to and continue playing in the near future. Even though it does have loot boxes, I haven't run into any situations that would necessitate me purchasing one yet. So in my personal opinion, I give Hyper Universe 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, I like the game. I mean, I doubt I'll ever find a game that's like 5 stars, but I mean, for the value, it's free. For fun, I mean, I'm addicted to it already. And I mean, it has so many different characters, different varieties. I'm pretty sure there's a meta already that I just don't know about. But I'm just gonna play with whoever I want and just not apologize. I mean, if they don't like it, I mean, they can just leave the match. I mean, they're probably gonna leave the match regardless. So it is what it is. People want to get mad regardless of what you do nowadays. So just do you, bro. So that's gonna be it for this review. If you like this review and what we're doing on this channel, please press the subscribe button and like button to help support the channel. Also, if there's a game you'd like me to review, please leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. Or send me an email to the address in the description. I normally play anything on Steam, sometimes on my Xbox One. So I mean, any of those games will pretty much work. Also, you can follow me on Twitch or YouTube Gaming at the Blue Mastodon. As of right now, I don't have any videos up. I just got done with school and everything, so you know, I had to put that to the side. But now that I'm, you know, focusing on building this channel, whenever I'm reviewing a game, I'm gonna tend to stream it so you can actually see gameplay as the person's playing, and not just little clips here and there of like what they wanted you to see, like their awesome kill shots and stuff like that. Like, hey, I actually want to show you, like, hey, I'm getting jammed up here, so you probably know how to do it better. So I figured that'd be a good way for you to actually test out the game. So I'll link to the name in the description below. So once again, guys, just hit the like button, hit subscribe, and until next time, guys.